Yo, y'all ever be chatting it up with your homeboys about your favorite game series and like instead of getting along and being all diplomatic about this shit, y'all end up throwing hella shade at each other's favorite game. Then before you know it, some almost unforgivable shit has been said and suddenly you find yourself wondering if like you can even be friends with these motherfuckers. Bruh, I remember this one time, right, where my friend, let's just call him Rucksack.
Hey, Rucksack.
Anyway, my mans must have been on his Monkey D. Luffy, Super Saiyan Broly, I'm trying to throw hands with everyone bullshit because he straight up had the audacity to suggest that the Kingdom Hearts series soundtrack was superior to that of the Persona series.
I love Persona 5. Last surprise, that song hits. Please don't do this, man. I love everything about Persona 5. Please wait.
I know. So anyway, recently, I decided to go back and listen to the KH soundtrack again. And I didn't just listen to a little bit. I listened to like all of it. And I ain't gonna lie, this shit slaps. Nah, but for real, I dead ass be out for hikes and shit, bumping that song from Twilight Town like. And the more I think about it, the more I realize Kingdom Hearts has some of my favorite openings in all of gaming. Oh, and you know that jackass that said KH's soundtrack was better than Persona's? Well, this video happens to be in honor of his birthday. So I figured what better way to celebrate than by making a quick video of me saying a few nice things about the series here and there. All right? Sound good? Let's get it. Warning, this video may or may not be periodically interrupted by my longtime collaborator and editor, who, much like my friend Greg, also enjoys himself some Kingdom Hearts. And yeah, please like any of his videos or subscribe to him. And that's pretty much it. Back to the video. Like I said earlier, this video is in honor of my friend Greg's B-Day. Now, to give everyone at home an idea as to what kind of guy my boy Greg is and how he acts, I've personally used my hard-earned money to hire the best professional impersonator money can buy. Take it away, Kim.
Hi, I'm Greg. I think that Kingdom Hearts, Dragon Ball Z, and Sonic are the best things ever. Ha 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 ha.
That is classic Greg. And big round of applause, everyone, for Kim. She is so terrible. So first and foremost, I want to say that one of my favorite aspects about the Kingdom Hearts series is that it very much reminds me that of a well thought out versus/fighting game, both in its story and in its combat. Now, I'm aware that that statement might have already raised a few eyebrows, but here's what I mean by that. See, in a game like DBZ Fighters, you can pick up your favorite Dragon Ball character and immediately start having a blast. There are even combat mechanics such as auto combos that allow, let's say, even your more noobish players to feel like a god day one. And that's awesome to me. Me and my boys can just pick up a controller day one and I immediately feel like a gangster on the battlefield by bum rushing you with hits, fast-paced punches in succession. But it isn't until you start properly adding in mix-ups like medium, light attacks, and teammate tag-ins that your combo game can become lethal. It makes the auto combos seem like trash in comparison. Actually, same thing goes for a game like Mortal Kombat. Yeah, you can use your favorite character's cool special abilities with combos to win, but it really isn't until you start utilizing cancels and enhancing said special abilities till a bit more strategy comes into play. I mean, just look at how a player like Forever King plays the game versus how Greg plays the game. Trash. Anyway, aspects like these are dope to me because regardless of one's skill level, they can still thoroughly enjoy these titles, and Kingdom Hearts is very much so the same. Except, Kingdom Hearts be taking it to a whole nother level, especially when you take into consideration some of its harder boss fights and in-game material. Now, speaking of boss fights, that leads me into my next favorite thing about the series, the strategy. See, mastery of the Keyblade's abilities is a must if you expect to ever take on the true bosses of the game. And these boss fights are no joke. There are many hidden boss fights in the KH series that make Dark Souls, a game series notoriously known for being difficult, look like TN. Nah, that's not fair. TN did have his fair share of thug-rated moments throughout the series. Let's see, who's a whack comparison I can make? Mineta? Nah, the Tollinator, the fucking Tollinator from Kids Next Door, yeah. Look, point being, some Kingdom Hearts bosses be straight up making Dark Souls look like it's on easy mode, which is where the strategy and mastery of using certain abilities come in handy. There's no all-be-all build for those games. KH be getting real. I mean, you be going through KH2 feeling pretty good about yourself, and then bam, out of nowhere, fucking Final Mix Roxas shows up and goes full Wu-Tang Clan on that ass. Shit's ridiculous. And don't get my brother started on Mysterious Figure from Birth by Sleep. That in and of itself is rage-inducing. And look, I got a little off subject here, but point being, there's a lot of depth to the gameplay of a Kingdom Hearts game, and I, for one, dig it.
Hey everyone, it's me, the editor, BeyondAnimation. And on the topic of Kingdom Hearts' combat system being deep, there's one thing that I wanted to, put in here, and there's a video idea that I've wanted to do on my own, but I decided let me just interject this thought into Dez's video. Hey there, Dez. Hey, Greg. So, one thing that I love about Kingdom Hearts 2, and something that I miss from the series, reflect. See, in Kingdom Hearts, when it comes to these harder bosses, whether it be the Dada battles or even Roxas, usually you can't wail on these guys endlessly. They have like a revenge value, essentially gain armor and power through your attack and just punish you. Sometimes it can end in a one-shot. See, what Reflect does is, Reflect gives you that option as well as a player, and it's really good because now the player is able to punish the boss for attacking him, and I really love that,
Now, I know this next part might be where I start to lose some of you, especially those of you that don't particularly care for this part of the series, but I'm gonna say it. The mystery. The mystery in the KH series, I don't care what anyone says, is on Hokage status. Believe it. See, even if you're one of those people, like myself, who feels the story got a little muddied/convoluted, you at least have to admit that the sense of intrigue that creator Tetsuya Nomura and company are able to add gives this series, at least to me, a bit of an addictive feeling. Like, I just always had to keep playing to find out what happens, even if it all doesn't make sense. Hell, I know a large portion of the fan base that still don't fully understand everything, but yet they still, for one reason or another, adore the series. Which does lead me into my final nice thing I'm going to say about the series, and that's that it's easy to get into. Now, earlier I alluded to the fact that the story is much like a fighting game with a well-layered combat system, meaning that many people can enjoy it. Just look at this series, man. It's got classic Disney and Final Fantasy characters, multiple worlds to visit, and a cute, lovable original cast too. It's not hard to see the appeal. Now, with that said, I can't guarantee you'll stick around after seeing just how deep the rabbit hole really goes, but it's an easy series to pick up. And that's honestly gonna be a wrap on that, because if I keep giving this series compliments, I might go full Baraicho and just puke everywhere, fam. Now, before we close this video out, the greatest gaming critic I know personally has a video he'd like to share with us. Take it away, Big Willie. No, but for real, guys, I made this video for a friend of mine, and if you guys happen to enjoy it, feel free to leave a like or comment wishing him a happy birthday. This is Dez from Featuring Dez, signing out. Peace!
Yo, happy birthday, Rucksack. Greg. Just so you know, you staying young forever was never going to happen. Just like Donald casting the healing spell. Never going to happen.
Happy Rona birthday, Greg. Hope it's the best Rona birthday you've ever had.
Happy birthday, Greg. You are the love of my life, and I feel so grateful for you every single day. I'm sorry that this year is different than others, but know that we all love you, and we'll have a big party next year.